Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the Imperium. Welcome back to another Chapter Master Morgan video, and this week we're going to be doing another unboxing, and it's going to be our beautiful boy in blue, Captain Uriel Ventris from the Black Library Celebration 2021. So as always, this video is going to be split into a number of easy bite-sized parts. See the timestamps down below. First section will be a general unboxing, which I'll do in a second. Second, we'll be actually looking at the model assembled. I will, through the magic of time-based media editing, have it assembled for you. I'll give a quick feedback about what I think about the model, and we'll also have a look at the fantastic data sheets. So let's get down to it, shall we? So, unboxing. I got this on pre-order, as we can see here, and Captain Uriel Ventris, as described on the back, is available as part of the Black Library Celebration 2021. Following his original story, the Uriel Ventris Chronicles, Volume 1 and 2, his latest adventures in the novel Swords of Calth, all written by Graham McNeill, and you have a little picture of our beautiful boy on the back there, and on the front. So, what's inside? It's quite a little diddly box. Let's crack it open here. Single sprue model. Okay, so what's inside? First of all, you get a single sprue. Okay, and you also get a little description of him, and I believe this is where there's a mini data sheet for him. As far as I know, this doesn't exist anywhere else, including Battle Scribe. For goodness sake, lads, I saw someone post the other day on some Facebook group, why is Uriel Ventris not on Battlescribe yet? Give the guys a break. They are working, they're doing the Emperor's work. It's only been a week since I've had it. So, the sprue. Now, this is all very good. I understand that they changed the head. We'll talk more about the head later. But the one thing that I've heard already been pointed out is the fact that there is no helmeted head. Now, it's becoming a bit of a catchphrase cliche that I seem to say in my video. Games Workshop, where is the love? This is my catchphrase now. I've said this a number of times. Where is the love? You could have put a cool helmet there, a unique helmet for Captain Uriel Ventris. But you didn't. Why not? Why is it just one particular setup? You could have at least given us an additional head, and you have the space for it right here. Okay, fair enough. But that's it there. Everything's standard, and we'll see more once we have him assembled. And we'll also have a look at the datasheet after we've assembled the model. Let's do this. Welcome back, brothers and sisters, and here we have the fully assembled Uriel Ventris model, and what we're going to do is just go back through my feedback. The good, the bad and the ugly. The good and the bad and the ugly will be combined into one. So overall, what do I think of this model? I absolutely love it. He is one handsome boy. He is a good boy, and I love, first of all, the head. What do I love about the head? What does Chapter Master Morgan love about this head? I love the haircut. I am absolutely sick to death of crew cuts and Mohicans, the standard GW haircuts, which seem to be on every single helmetless head. And I love this Tapist monk haircut. I even originally really loved the haircut that was on the original release. I know our poor boy in blue got trolled so bad, but I really like it. I really like it. I really like this. I know he got referred to as Simple Jack.
I think you've got a fine brain, Jack.
You make me happy.
With the and looking at it, it does look a little bit like that. And I've heard that they've actually made the sculpt a little bit prettier, actually. Of the head. I don't know if that's true or not, but I really like the head on the haircut, especially with this kind of undercut comb over. Being a a man approaching, in his middle-aged years, his twilight years, thinning on top, I can relate to him, and I do like this haircut a lot. What else do I like? I also really like. Let's have a look here. I love the overly large Ultramarine codpiece. I love the Greco-Roman Ultramarine leather straps that are hanging down here in front. The length of the power sword. GW, thank you so much. Thank for not giving us a short, stumpy sword. What was it? I think it was in the Dark Empyrean, the main captain in there. His sword was way too short for a captain. I also love this swooping. Let me rotate him around. This swooping, dramatic cape coming off one shoulder. I really like that an awful lot as well. And yeah, overall, at a glance, I really like the model. But, and there is a big but indeed, GW, there is quite a bit wrong for me regarding this model. So, where do we start? Well, first of all, let's start with the arm. What's wrong with this arm, GW? Tell me. Well, his forearm is rotated flat, so his elbow should not be exposed like that. It should also be rotated round. So in assembling this model, and this is the first time I've ever had to do this, let me just pause him there for a second. You'll see that I had to cut his arm into 3 pieces here at the elbow. Yes, it's not very tidy at the moment. I will be tidying it up. So that his elbow would rotate round and his elbow would be in the correct place here. And the inside of his arm is kind of, not exposed now. And I mean, if an amateur kit basher such as myself can spot that, GW, I don't know how that got through the sculpt stage. That's not really acceptable from my point of view. Those of you who are my hardcore subscribers may remember I recently did a convert your eradicators into heavy intercessors. At time of video, heavy intercessor multi-part kit has only been spotted in a shop in Germany for some reason. It's only currently available in an apparent Kill Team expansion. But I had to do the same thing there. This is an eradicator. You can see the way his arm is rotated round. I actually had to cut his arm in 3, there at the elbow, there at the forearm, and there at the wrist as well, to give him that pointing. So turning him from a downward facing fist to a point. And if you can see the way this little elbow, I don't even know what you call that kind of like little bit in between the elbow there. If I can work that out, then I don't know why Games Workshop can't. I might be like overreacting, but I really think it looks way better now, and when it's painted it will look even better. You'll be able to see the fully painted model of course on my Instagram, link down below. Also, going further down on the ugly, the bad and the ugly, the feet, why are they square? I'm not a fan of square feet. Gravis armor feet, I know these guys are in the dirt, but you can see here these kind of 60s style, they've got platform boots on, which is still a bit dodgy, but they're much better than that. I don't know why you couldn't have just given him Gravis armor. I guess because he is pre-Primaris, so fair enough, but I still don't think square boots are practical, and they just look a bit weird, like he's had his toes chopped off by Chaos or something. So, and then finally, it seems like, I don't know guys, it seems like I'm saying a lot more bad. I really do love this model. I don't want you to think I don't. I really do like it. Finally, the base. Why did they give us just a plastic disc on top of a base? Again, if those of you that have watched my Space Hulk retro unboxing video, let me just push this guy back for a second. I managed to source these fantastic Mechanicus bases for the Space Hulk Terminators on in my review, because I'm going to be rebasing them. Go watch that video now on my channel if you're interested. But they come on these weird skateboards, and I needed to source these really cool kind of bases. And they're way better than what GW have done here, which is just give us a disc, which you then stick to. As you can see, he's only blue tacked at the moment because I'm going to be rebasing him on a rock. Because as we know, as the meme, the accepted de rigueur meme is to have anybody of any importance on a rock. And every time that you see a new model on a rock, you have to take a shot, obviously, drinking games. So that's it. That's the good that I like about it, the bad that I like about it, and what can be improved. Am I being too critical? Do you disagree? Do you think the arm looks wrecked now? Obviously, it hasn't been touched up. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. And we're now going to move on to the data sheet for Uriel Ventris. So let's have a look at how competitive our beautiful boy in blue is by looking at his datasheet, which Games Workshop very kindly included in here. I don't think it exists anywhere else at time of release. So movement 6, not bad. We have weapon skill 2+, not bad, hitting on 2s. Ballistic skill 2+, not bad. We have strength 4 versus toughness 4. Strength 4 and toughness 4. Oh, it would have been nice to have 5, but hey. And we have wound 6, not bad. And we also have attacks 5, that's all right. Leadership 9 and a 3+ save. Uriel Ventris is equipped with bolt pistol Invictus, sword of Aedeus, frag grenades, crack grenades, blah blah blah, and your army can include only one simple jack, i.e. Uriel Ventris. Why would you have more than one? I don't know, you want to be that guy. Bolt pistol, blah blah blah, standard strength 4, nothing dramatic. Invictus, okay, so here we go, 30 inches. Range, not bad. Rapid fire 1, so firing twice within 15 or if it remains stationary. Strength 4, oh, that's a bit meh, as always. AP -2, that's pretty tasty. And a damage 2. Not a bad profile. That AP I like, and I like the damage 2 as well. That's pretty spicy. Sword of Aedeus. So, if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, do tell me down in chat. Strength +1, okay, that means 5 then, okay. AP -3, oh, ouch. Not much of a save there unless they've got an invul. And, well, saving on 6s if they've got a normal 3+. And damage 3, so that is 5 attacks, potentially doing 3 each. We're in Blade Guard territory there, lads and lasses. Grenades, blah, 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 everybody knows that. So this is the interesting stuff. It has the holy grail of invuls. Let me get that focused in there for you. 4+ invul. Not even Terminators now have that. Terminators at time of release only have a 5+, which makes them pretty expensive to field. But that 4+ invul, ooh, that is nice. Rites of Battle. While a friendly Ultramarines unit's within 6 inches, each time that model, so re-rolling hits of 1, regular kind of captain trait. Unorthodox strategist, pardon me. Almost did a vowel there, mispronouncing everything. Sorry, mate, love you. Each time you select an Ultramarines core, so this is only for core within 6 inches of this model, and you use the adaptive strategy stratagem, see Codex Space Marines, until the end of the phase, that stratagem only costs 1 CP to use. Now, I really like this, because when I field my Gunline Ultramarine Successor Chapter, I want anything that can keep my units in the tactical doctrine. And again, critique me down in chat if this is incorrect, because I have a lot of heavy weapons. I prefer Stalker bolt rifles because most of my mates have Primaris Marines, which means I need to take at least 2 wounds off them every time I shoot them. So the adaptive strategy will keep you, as I understand it, and I'm going to put a little note in here if it's incorrect, will keep you in a certain phase. So to keep them in the tactical doctrine, where they, for Scions of Guilliman, basically in our turn 2, our tactical doctrine, or just the tactical doctrine, we don't have any penalty for moving and shooting. It's almost as if they remain stationary. So I like to keep my units in there. Obviously, heavy weapons, Stalker bolt rifles, they are -1. I like Redemptor Dreadnoughts, have a lot of heavy weapons. So this is really good for that. I will footnote that if I've got that incorrect. Captain of the 4th. If this model gains a Warlord trait, it must be Paragon of War. If this model is added to your Crusade Force Order of Battle, he automatically gains the Master of the Fleet honorific. Now, I will say I haven't played any Crusade so far, so do footnote me for that. Even though he cannot normally gain any battle honors. This does not increase his Crusade points. If there is already a model with that honorific in your battle order, you cannot add Uriel Ventris to your order of battle. Now, that is Dutch to me because I haven't played that, so do fill us in below. Unit 1, and it's 110 points. And to the layperson who plays just friendly, it's 6 power levels. So he's just the price of a normal captain. But overall, pretty good. Strengths, I would say, are definitely this sword with the 5 attacks, with the AP -3 and 3 damage. That could be pretty tasty. And also the Unorthodox Strategist. That could be very good with the reduced command point for that. And I'll go into a little bit more detail now with adapted strategy. But overall, I have been reading my Ultramarine Brothers Facebook page as an Ultramarine strategy page that I'm a member of, or a group, should I say, on Facebook. And somebody actually referred to him as an auto-include now. But we'll see. That's what they said about heavy intercessors, and I played them a couple of times and they're a bit meh. Because they don't have any, for example, they don't have any decent melee weapons. You have to babysit them with other units. They're basically a good backline unit. So at first glance, he looks pretty competitive, but we will see what he's like. Here we are, Codex Space Marines 9th edition adapted strategy. Just to recap, our beautiful boy has Unorthodox Strategist, which basically means that this stratagem here, adaptive strategy, instead of costing 2 CP, which is quite pricey, actually only costs 1 CP, so it's half price. And it is a pretty decent strategy to have. Use this stratagem in your command phase, i.e. at the start of the battle round. If your chapter warlord from your army is on the battlefield, this doctrine is active for your army. Select one chapter core unit, i.e. let's say you've got him next to a squad of intercessors, for example. Until the start of your next command phase, i.e. a whole turn, each time a model in that unit makes an attack, the Devastator Doctrine, which gives you +1 to AP armor piercing for heavy, Tactical Doctrine, which is, we have Scions of Guilliman in that. That's an Ultramarine ability, which gives you -1 AP, or should I say +1 AP, whatever one you, a boost to AP for assault weapons. For example, well, rapid fire weapons, pardon me, and then Assault Doctrine, which ironically refers to melee weapons. So basically all 3 doctrines for Space Marines, for basically long-range heavy weapons, mid-range weapons, and melee weapons are all active for that attack, and for only 1 CP. That is great. So this guy basically gives you this strategy for half price, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm very, very happy with that. So just to finally round up on his Captain of the 4th, i.e. his model gaining a Warlord trait, Paragon of War. I'm just going to define that for you guys who don't already know what that means. This means basically when you do get characters like this, it does usually force you to take a particular Warlord trait. So in this instance, Paragon of War, unmodified 6s to wound on attacks made by this Warlord deal a mortal wound in addition to any other damage. So basically every time you roll a wound roll of 6, it does a mortal wound. Now, I don't know if you guys agree, but Space Marines compared to something like Death Guard don't get enough things that do mortal wounds, that spew mortal wounds. So to have that is pretty fantastic. So I guess that's not too bad. Paragon of War is not a bad trait to have. So, but if you're hitting with this fantastic sword that he's got here, so he's got 6 attacks on the charge, 5 by default. And then if he's got that, then basically all of those, if you're rolling 6s, could potentially do extra mortal wounds. So that could be pretty devastating. So that completes the final stage of this quick review. Well, it hasn't actually been that quick review. There's been more than I thought would be to say about this guy. Of this particular guy. In summary, I'm very happy I got him. He looks gorgeous. He's got half decent data sheet. Had to chop his arm into 3 pieces, but hey, what the hey. Hope you found this useful. As always, praise the Mechanicus Omnisire. Feed it. Feed the Omnisire YouTube algorithm by commenting, liking, and also following. I will continue to make more strategy combined unboxing videos going forwards. I actually quite like the balance. Let me know as well. I kind of like, rather than just unboxing it and showing you boring grey sprues, to throw in some strategy as well. It's actually very helpful for me as much as you, I hope. So yep, I'll see you on the next Chapter Master Morgan unboxing, and praise the Emperor. The Emperor protects. Take care, guys. Bye.
Goodbye, Mama. Now you can have ice cream in heaven.